you made it to part 3 of our bowing series. So today we are going to talk about balance. We've covered shape, flexibility, and now we're on balance. I think those 3 things are kind of the perfect tornado of a perfect bow hand. Really, to have all 3 of those components present is important. So, still have a pencil. Grab your pencil and let's do a couple exercises to improve the balance of our hand. So let's set up in a good shape, like part 1 talked about, and we have our good shape. We're gonna do just a pretty simple exercise on tapping and lifting each of the fingers. And as you do that, I want you to notice kind of the role that finger plays, because once you lift it up, it's pretty easy to see like what that finger does to help with the balance of your violin bow. And actually, if you're super tricky, you can even lift your thumb. That takes years of practice. Just kidding. But it's kind of a fun challenge to take your thumb off and still have that pencil perfectly balanced. It's kind of a magician's trick, actually, because the pencil is wedged in the fat pads of the back of my finger. But it's still kind of fun to try it. The thumb is totally an underrated finger when it comes to the bow hand. It's like the bomb of the bow hand. It's super important in balance, and as we discussed in the second video, flexibility and shape. The thumb is crazy important, but it's kind of fun to see what you can do while you take the thumb out. So the first exercise is to tap all the fingers. If you want to, you can totally hold on to your pencil right here and make it easier and just gain a little bit of flexibility, but you won't quite get the sense of balance. Like when we remove that, this finger is really good for weight on the bow. It kind of weighs it down. When you lift up, it tilts the bow, and you can see like how much it anchors through. So actually, the other day I was practicing, and I had an aha moment that's kind of embarrassing, because I'm sure that I should have realized this before now. But just the way I was playing and practicing, I had some really cool sound vibrations coming through the bow, and I could feel them in all my fingers, and it was like glorious, because I felt like my bow hand was in such a perfect zone, that it was soft, and yet all the fingers were playing their part perfectly, that I could I could feel the vibrations of the strings on my fingers. It was pretty sweet. It was pretty awesome. So that is something you can look for as you get perfect balance. And just balance, again, goes with softness and flexibility, but perfect balance and everything. You're going to hear, again, not hear, you're going to feel vibrations on those fingers coming from the bow. It's pretty sweet. So do the tapping exercises, and then I'm going to show you some exercises on our bow. We get to use our bow today. So the second exercises after tapping is to actually play upside down on your bow. It's a whole new game of balance. It changes the weight of the bow and the distribution of the weight of the bow. It's kind of fun to go ahead and practice with your bow upside down. Still set it up like we have been on the pencil, but it kind of messes with your head a little bit, and it gives you an appreciation of balance. And it's just different. It's a different balance. So that's kind of a fun exercise. So the second exercise is to play with your bow upside down. Kind of weird, fun, exciting, new, right? So that's exercise number 2. The third exercise is actually to grab your violin and to rest it on the violin. So it's kind of the same thing we were doing before, but we're on the violin, so you can get a good sense of how the bow is going to balance. But to take fingers off on the violin as you're playing. So can you lift your thumb off while it's on the strings? Kind of hard. But so if you can get to where your fingers have kind of this innate mind of their own where they sense where they need to be for the optimal balance and the optimal shape, and they have flexibility. You can feel vibrations in your fingers as you play, sound vibrations as you play on the strings, and it's pretty cool. So that is the conclusion of our 3 little mini series of holding the bow, and I hope that something in these 3 have helped. And if it has, please shoot a comment at the end of this post and share these videos with others. So have a wonderful day, and here's to happy bow holding. Bye.